So Crank It Up, Turn It Down is where we talk about controversial drum habits or just things that drummers disagree on, or some do, some don't, and we just weigh in on them. So I'm gonna give you guys a topic, and if you dig it, crank it up. If it's not your style, turn it down.
Okay.
And I typically have no idea what he's gonna say here. So.
Sean's not prepped on anything.
Yeah, I'm not
Sean's
prepped.
fresh just like you.
Yeah.
All right, good.
But
I prefer it that way.
I have a couple things here. So, first one, guys, crank it up, turn it down, playing on hand drums with sticks.
Well, yeah, I definitely got some ideas about that.
Yeah,
Some
go
hand
ahead.
drums, absolutely not. A traditional wooden djembe with the goat skin that's super cranked. It doesn't take a whole lot of whacking. You can make them go pow. And it's a lot of work to replace them. It's a significant job, and it's hard to learn how to really get good at that. And you can pay people $150, and who can do super pro jobs. So djembes, no. Congas, you can totally get away with it. Of course, it depends on too what kind of sticks are we talking about. Brushes, hey, you can hit anything with brushes. That's no problem. And then I have like these cajon brushes that actually I fool around with congas.
Yeah.
and they sound really cool.
Yeah,
And there's also mallets, of course, you can use that have the
Right.
soft either rubber tip or like a yarn mallet. So technically, yeah, you can play with sticks, but maybe they're not considered sticks because they're mallets. But any stick with a rubber tip on the end, you're not going to go through the hand drum. But I've seen a lot of drummers do that, just adding on kind of different effects. And if you're the only drummer in your band and you kind of maybe you need that chugging kind of, djembe groove or something, you're not going to drop your sticks and start playing that in the middle of the show.
Right.
So it's easy just to be able to use your sticks when it comes to that. But what you said is a good point. You're going to be busting heads. But if you can afford it, by all means, go ahead and do it.
Right, and I push it up to the edge. Okay,
Yeah.
Show me something new. I have seen drummers, particularly some djembes, use cow skin, which is significantly thicker, and you can get away with a lot more because it's like congas. They're also cow skin typically. So the skin's thick. If you can take it, whale. Go ahead, show me what you got. But they do call them hand drums for a reason.
That's true.
Sure.
It's a hand drum.
So you'd say crank it up sometimes, turn it down sometimes. Or
Well-
crank it up at your own discretion?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Maybe?
I have to go with crank it up, but again, there's gonna be that asterisk next to it, as what you just said. But here's what you have to keep in mind: like they're not really made for that. They're not designed for that. But you know what? The drum police ain't gonna come get you if that's what you want to do and you want to play your hand drums. But don't come in wondering why it broke. Like that happens. Like this broke. I can't
Don't be
believe it.
surprised.
Yeah, don't be surprised when
Right.
you break.
Yeah,
a
I'll
head.
crank it up too, and I think it's one of those things where, I think that from my experience talking with people, there are less people that are going for it and really like pushing the limits of stuff.
Yeah.
There's more people scared to experiment.
Right.
And they're a little bit more cautious, at least from my experience. A lot of people are a little more cautious, and I encourage them to be creative. To use this timpani mallet for cymbals. You know what I mean? Just because
Yeah.
it says that on it. This cymbal says ride. Doesn't mean you can't hit it like a crash. You know what I mean?
Have you noticed, though, that now timpani mallets will say cymbal underneath?
Yeah, some of them they've added that.
And I've always, guys have come in over the years looking for cymbal mallets, and I would always sell them timpani mallets because that's what we had. And sometimes cymbal mallets are usually yarn. And then some guys don't like the sound of that. It's a little too abrasive. And they went for the timpani mallets anyway. And I'd say, don't worry that it says timpani mallet. You can use these on cymbals. Again, the drum police are not going to come get you. But now they're actually putting /cymbal underneath the timpani.
Yeah. So I'm basically a crank it up on that.
crank it up.
But don't hit my best hyper
Yeah,
crank
for
djembe
sure.
with
Yeah.
a stick. Anything else, you go.
Do whatever you want with your gear. Awesome. So I got a couple more here if you guys are willing.
Yeah.
So let's see. Second one. Crank it up, turn it down, wearing the same or consistent outfit every time that you play.
Is this a personal attack on me, or
This
is
isn't personal. This isn't personal. But I thought of this because Sean recently played, and he's like, oh, I got to get my shirt and tie ready. And I know that you typically wear the same thing.
I'm going to say, I have to say crank it up because I absolutely do this. And the reason I do this is because, when I would do shows and I'm playing a rock star out here, I'd look in my closet and go, what am I going to wear? Like, I don't want to just wear what I was just mowing my yard,
Right.
I want to look like something else, So I came up with the idea of just wearing a shirt and a tie. Not that anyone's ever done that, of course. I mean, there's plenty of people that do it, but
Yeah.
I figured, okay, it's one less thing that I have to worry about because, when you go and you gig, everyone in the band says, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? And I just got tired of that. I said, you know what? This is my outfit. No matter what band I'm playing with, I'm just going to wear a collared shirt and a tie. And that's how I dress. And I don't have to worry about it. It's something that's the last thing I have to worry about. But so I'm cranking it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of a mix. I'm more of a turn it down. I'm like, mix up the costume. I like costumer. It's fun. And also places and the situations I'm playing in, I'm working up a sweat.
Yeah.
So I want it to be cool. I'm not going to wear a long sleeve shirt. I'm probably not going to be buttoning anything up. No sweaters, unless I'm playing out in 55 degrees outside. Maybe then, and which is kind of my limit. Hand drums less than 55. Owie, no good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
So I say mix it up, costume it up.
Costume it up. I'm a little torn. I'm gonna crank it up for a different reason than Sean. Not the I don't know what to wear or don't want to have to think about it kind of thing, which is a great point, by the way.
One
but
less thing.
it's interesting, and I not even just performing, but even when I do a lot of social media stuff here, a lot of times like it's rare that I think it's the first podcast where I'm not wearing a drums etc. hat. You know what I mean? Or he's got his on. He's got his right here.
I can
Yeah,
do it.
exactly. Yeah,
I love my hat.
Oh, yeah.
Well, with the headphones, it didn't really work out. So
Yeah,
that's
you got to
but-
put the headphones
but,
over.
yeah, come get you a hat. I mean, drums,
adjustment.
that's perfect. I love this.
These are great hats.
They are good hats.
I'm a hair guy.
Yeah,
so
you're a hair guy.
I can't wear a hat. Why would I want to cover up this beautiful lock of hair that I have
Yeah.
here?
I got to keep mine out of my face,
Yeah.
because I got a bunch of it still here.
Yeah, but for the specific reason is, especially if you're trying to grow and gather a following and stuff, especially more in like the rock and roll style. If you have more of an iconic look and you walk in the door, people know the rock stars in the room kind
Right.
of thing. Not that anyone around here is big time in it. You know what I mean? But it's one of those things where you picture, a long, flowy dress with like a scarf or something. You're like, that's Stevie Nicks. Like, that's like her thing. She's not wearing the same exact, dress
Sure.
every night,
Yeah.
but that's her thing. Slash has got his hat. There's something to the branding
Angus
of that.
Young.
Yep. Yep.
There's so many.
There's a lot of people
And-
that have that iconic thing. Not that it's necessary.
Sure.
But I think if you don't have the hair, like you see, like, okay, let's say Aerosmith, like Steven Tyler with a buzz cut is not Steven Tyler,
Yeah.
But that while it's not something he's wearing, it's his image,
Yep.
So I'm gonna crank it up.
Yeah.
For consistency's sake, if you're trying to do that thing. of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah,
I hear
definitely.
that. That's good.
But yeah, I always think that like you want to look a little different than the audience. Let's just say, and that's where the tie. No one wears a tie to a club, so like when I would do that, like I would go to the up to the bartenders too. They would know that I just played, and they're like, yeah, here, have a beer, on me, So
Yeah, there's
it
benefits
works.
to it.
There's benefits to it. Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
You just look
Yeah.
a little different. You look like, I'm not just sitting in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm in the audience because I'm watching the other bands or whatever it is, but I'm recognizable, and it's a look, and it has its benefits.
Nice. All right, one more quick round here. Crank it up, turn it down using the butt end of drumsticks.
Again, I think you are just coming after me wholeheartedly because I, in my left hand, I play butt end out exclusively.
Drum set playing.
Drum set playing. When I play drum set, and mostly I'm playing punk rock and rock and roll and stuff like that. I'm not really playing jazz too much, but I play butt end out. I think you get a lot of a nice, consistent backbeat, and you get a lot of power out of it too. It's just that forward momentum in a way. It's a little top heavy.
Yeah.
It feels good to me. Rick is he plays the same way, Rick Hamilton, and years ago I saw him doing this, and I asked him why he did it, and he told me why. He goes, you know what, I asked another drummer years ago about this, and he said, try it, you'll probably like it, and now I can't go back. So I can't go back. Now if I'm at a practice pad and I'm playing traditional grip, I can play regular, no problem, but
Yeah.
I'm cranking it up. I love playing butt end out. That's how I play, and there's no going back for me. It's too late.
I hear that. For drum set, for me, I got the butt in my hand, and I got that I'm
Stand,
playing
yeah.
traditional with that. Most of my stick drumming is on West African style drums, where they're cow skin, and most of the sticks I play with, this butt end on both sides.
Right,
And if I don't
right.
have those sticks, or if I'll turn it around and butt in that.
Nice.
But
It's a great point. Is there's a lot of those, playing Dune or whatever.
Exactly.
The sticks don't have tips.
Yeah.
right.
Rock
right.
knockers are
Yeah.
drumsticks that are manufactured that way just for bashing and crashing, but I think they would work really good on
For
those
sure.
types of drums as well.
For sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen those.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can show you. I'm gonna crank it up, and here's why. Whenever I start a song, this happens. I play in church a lot, and like a lot of worship songs are I try to mix it up, but a lot of them are like this part, this part, this part, this part, double up on the bridge, finish with the big chorus. You know what I mean? It's a lot of predictable stuff, a lot of similar songs. But a lot of times it starts real soft, and I'll eventually come in with like a cross stick, and I'll start with a cross stick with the butt end out, and I'll just keep it there.
Yeah.
And then as I build up, I'm looking for a fat sound, and I don't bother flipping the stick.
And
I
you
just
get a
play
better
it.
cross stick that way too,
Get a better cross stick,
with the butt end out.
but I'll just leave it. I used to flip it around and find it in between a beat,
Yep.
flip the stick or whatever. I've just been rolling with it. But
Are you playing butt end out now?
no,
Okay.
no, not unless it's that scenario
Okay.
where I'm going from real light and like rim click kind of feel to big drums, to big drums. So it has its place.
Cool.
All right, awesome. Sounds good. We're cranking a lot of stuff up, turning some things down. But yeah, we'll pop ahead. Let's talk drum industry news.